Hey everyone, and how's it going? Bowserthehealer here, and today I have a fun one. I want to talk all about BlizzCon, the fated season, and all those wonderful announcements we got. But I also want to hear from all of you. I always like to read my comment section, but especially for BlizzCon, and if you went, I want to hear all about it. And of course, if you just watched online or heard the announcements, I still want to hear your thoughts. I'm pretty excited about the future of Blizzard and of World of Warcraft, and it's left me all smiles and happiness. So before I get into my points, hey, first of all, you like healing content or World of Warcraft, get subscribed. You mean a lot to me. And then furthermore, just a huge thank you. It's almost been a year of this channel. We got to get to the end of this month. However, the support on Twitch, the support here on YouTube has been crazy. I never thought I would get here. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, we need to talk about all these announcements. There was just too much good going on. Let's first of all just start with Chris Metzen. I think I said his name right. I always wondered why everyone loved this dude so much. I get it. I absolutely get it. Yeah, what a guy. What a stage presence. The presentation was incredible. And not to mention, I think everyone that got on stage at BlizzCon was great. And the World of Warcraft devs and people that came out just sold it to me so much, how much they love this game and how much they seem to love us. And it was a really nice, warm, and welcoming feeling. And 3 expansions? What a twist! I never could have guessed. I like trajectory, I like knowing where we're going, and I think 3 expansions of planning and writing is only going to benefit us. So I'll stay hopeful, I'll stay positive. This is a good thing. Now, when it comes to actual gameplay features for next expansion, I want to talk about delves real quick. I've always been worried about WoW from a casual perspective, because I of course make content for the hardcore players and Mythic Plus, right? Going hard and pugging and playing healers. But what about the people who are more casual? Well, sure, you can run Mythic Plus on an easier difficulty. It's very scalable, but there's still an intimidation factor. It's one of the things I hear the most in my chat. Players talking about how uncomfortable they are pugging an experience like that. And delves do a lot of good for players who want a solo experience, a very scalable experience. Being able to go in with any class and spec and role is a good thing. Not to mention, hopefully it lets players experience more about what their character can do outside of just typical open world combat. Open world content can be a little, how do I put it? Like, not unimpactful, because I feel like that's unfair to the game, but like, you're overgeared the moment you have anything that drops at max level. It just feels like you destroy everything in the open world. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it certainly doesn't help a player understand more about how their kit works and how they can utilize it. Delves are going to allow them to create experiences, some may be puzzles, some may be more combat focused, that allow a player to really see their impact on the game and how they can play it. And a vault option for open world in delves is a great thing, because WoW's lacked this casual spot, right? Open world has been good, but it could have been better this whole time. And if players get comfortable in delves and they get some decent gear, and then they're more confident to do Mythic Plus, well then, there we go. We have another way into M Plus that isn't necessarily so daunting. And if people just want their end game, I'm pumped because they get a better one. And that's something that we kind of want for all of us, don't we? So that being said, PvP endgame's getting a little bit better. No more vault. So every PvP player I know has wanted the PvP slots removed. It's a hard choice. What if you raid, do Mythic Plus, and PvP, and PvP's your main gig? Well, you're going to pick those PvP items often early, which is going to really hurt your prog and raid, or hurt your ability to push higher keys if you're still on the newer side of Mythic Plus. And even then, some people will see your score, but see your gear score and go, no, you're not coming through. So why give them a harder time? Why disrespect their time and make them have to pick between PvP and PvE gear? With getting more conquest and more PvP gear through PvP, catch-up systems to help players get into PvP later in a season, which is something I tend to do, that's nothing but good news. I love that. And that kind of brings me to warbands. Y'all love warbands. I don't think I've heard a single bad thing. Now, all of us get to play the game, and we're not punished for having alts. We're, in fact, like, our time is respected. We get to give gear that we find on certain characters and put them into our warband stash for other warband characters to take out, which means gearing alts is even a little less painful. But there's no like benefit for for one character getting stronger. So it doesn't hurt the player who just wants to play one character, but it vastly improves the lives of crafters, of people who adore having alts and running tons of characters. This is just a huge feature. And I like this direction. Also, things like dragon riding in all the new expansions in old areas. That's huge. I think dynamic flight is the most fun thing in the world. But as much as I will flame all of you who make me wait at the summoning stone for half an hour because you want to Burning Crusade fly your ass across Valdrakken, listen, or not Valdrakken, the Dragon Isles, excuse me. I think the fact that you can choose either form of flying is not only good from an accessibility standpoint, but sometimes people want to just have a lazy little flight alt tab check Twitter. And I'm okay with that. That's accommodating in a way that I would normally expect the game dev to miss a beat, and they didn't here. Huge. Hero talents are also huge. I think the hero talents are like the perfect end game. I want to see our characters take our already final form feeling in level 70 and get some visual effects and some key talents that move us in a direction of a class fantasy that maybe used to exist or that we've always wanted. And they all sound amazing. We only really got to see Warrior, right? And just a glimpse at some spell effect changes. But if that's just the beginning, I hope they dig in hard with this. This is such a fun idea. And it's just a part of the talent system. No borrowed power, no nothing. Hit 80, you're good to go. And having 2 entire talent trees per spec is I think another brilliant piece of balance and expressive gameplay choices. Maybe, yeah, one's better for raid, one's better for dungeon, or one's better in single target or AoE or something like that. But that's okay. They can play around with these things and give us many ideas to play with. And I kind of hope that a lot of them are viable so that you can get flavorful things in raids and in dungeons. I love that. That's huge. And all this sort of leads to evergreen ideas. This concept that they're bringing, they want to make WoW better. They want to make WoW better from the ground up. They want to make the experience a bit more approachable. And I think leveling, starting in the Dragon Isles, dragon riding becoming a default thing that people can jump right into and start learning how to do. All of the warband features, the delves, the open world vaults, PvP, getting some quality of life changes, hero talents. It's all the kind of stuff that we've been asking for. I started this game in Shadowlands, and my first guild talked about a Blizzard that didn't listen. A Blizzard that felt like they weren't communicating with their fans. And that's sad. No one likes that. As somebody who's part of like a lot of Nintendo esports scenes as well, having Nintendo kind of not treat us very well as competitors and tournament organizers really sucks. But seeing Blizzard swap from that mentality, change from the impressions my guild had at the time to this Blizzard that seems to just be improving and listening and taking care of its players, leaves me genuinely so excited for our future. And I want to know, I wasn't a very big creator by the time I got hit up for the augmentation interview, but that was Blizzard's doing. They reached out to me. They offered me this opportunity. They also gave a similar opportunity to Preheat, who I love, 10 out of 10 content creator. I love you, Preheat. But like, that's the thing, is like they also offered it to me, and I got to do a different interview. And they were so accommodating. They were so good with their communication. I don't know. It was so smooth. And if that's how they treated me, some small up and coming content creator, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm so excited for the future. Now, the other news, and this one's a little more mixed for people's Fated raids. For those of you who didn't participate in Fated raids, and I didn't either, it was a season 4 Shadowlands thing where all the raids opened up, new dungeon pool, gear score goes up, all the good stuff. But you can now grab a couple of items from raid and you can just upgrade them. So instead of like having to grind that Sylvanas bow and hoping that it drops, oh, the dagger's my best in slot, okay, just go grab it and then level it up by doing raids. The raids had affixes and it sounds really cool, and a lot of people I know liked it. However, it kind of sucks to hear, oh yeah, there's going to be no other new content. It's content for sure, but like, is that really enough to hold you over till another expansion? Right after season 3, is that what you want to play? I've heard people's concerns, but I want to provide my perspective on this. I'd do it again. if the end of every expansion is a little bit of a lull, a period where the devs just work on the next expansion and we're just kind of vibing with the old content, the final hoorah of the expansion, I'm okay with that. If that gives them better development margins for working and having a better work-life relationship, if it takes some pressure off, if it allows them to create these amazing experiences and to continue with the success of things like Dragonflight, which to me have been such a fun expansion. I really enjoy the way this expansion has turned out, and it's only going to get better, I imagine. Then I'm okay with the Fated season. It's not what I want, and if they can do away with it and bring us right into another expansion or give us that 4th rating tier while they clean things up, I'm okay with that. That would be really nice. But if this is what allows them to more easily plan things out, then I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the way that Fated works. It's not what everyone wants. However, I understand game development can be hard. And honestly, I've liked Dragonflight so much. If I get to play in like all the Dragonflight dungeons and just kind of like, I don't know, like soak in all the things that I've loved about this expansion for my last season, I'll be pretty happy. I'll be excited about it. And y'all know I'll be playing it the whole time. And maybe taking some breaks here and there to play some other games. It's kind of nice. I think it works out well, but it's not for everyone. So be honest with me in the comment section about how you feel about it, if you're disappointed and whatnot, because I think this is the Blizzard you should be voicing those opinions for in my comment section, on probably the Reddit, on their forums. Like, voice your opinions, tell the devs how you feel, because they're listening. Kind of clearly, they're actually listening. And I think that's a really good thing. So let's tell them how we feel. And thank you for telling me how you feel, because I really do read all the comments. I really love talking to all of you. And so thank you so much for watching. Preservation and Mistweaver guides coming, a Discipline Priest guide if y'all want it too. And let me know if there's anything else you want me to make in the early season 3. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, friends.